Have you ever wondered how a single treaty could redraw the map of a nation, sparking centuries of tension and change? Let me take you back to 1815, to a moment that would forever alter the fate of Nepal, the signing of the Treaty of Sugauli. It was the early 19th century, and the British East India Company was on the rise, expanding its hold across the Indian subcontinent. Nepal, nestled in the Himalayas, was a fierce and proud kingdom, governed by the ambitious Gurkhas. They'd set their sights on expanding their own borders, clashing with the British in a brutal series of battles known as the Anglo-Nepalese War. After months of skirmishes, high-altitude sieges, and heroic resistance from Nepalese fighters, the war ended, not with a decisive victory, but at a negotiating table. Imagine the scene: British officials, armed with maps and demands, facing Nepalese envoys tired from war, yet determined to protect their sovereignty. The result? The Treaty of Sugauli, signed in December 1815 and ratified the following year. The terms were harsh. Nepal had to cede huge swathes of territory to the British. Parts of Sikkim, Kumaon, Garhwal, and even the entire Terai region. It was a staggering loss. More than a third of Nepal's lands gone in one stroke. In exchange, the British promised not to interfere further in Nepal's internal affairs. But for many Nepalese, that promise rang hollow. There's a reason the Treaty of Sugauli still stirs debate today. For Nepal, it marked the end of its territorial ambitions and the start of a cautious relationship with its mighty southern neighbor. Yet out of this turmoil came something unexpected: the legend of the Gurkhas. Impressed by their courage, the British began recruiting Gurkha soldiers into their own army, a tradition that continues to this day. But the story doesn't end there. The loss of the Terai led to decades of negotiation, with some lands eventually returned to Nepal after British support during the Indian Mutiny of 1857. Even so, the wounds of Sugauli run deep, shaping Nepalese identity and its foreign policy for generations. So next time you look at a map of South Asia, remember, every border has a story, and the Treaty of Sugauli is one etched in courage, loss, and resilience. That's the power of history. One document, signed 2 centuries ago, still echoing through the Himalayas today.